So we talked about it last time, talking about value, right? Most we were talking about Lamar and his contract situation. We touched on Aaron a little bit, and I said, and I proved to be right. And this is basically a little extra hit here before we get into hits and misses later. But I said the league and life in general doesn't pay you what you think you're worth, right? It doesn't pay you what you think you deserve. It doesn't pay you for what you did. It pays you for what are you right now, what are you going to be, and how much are you worth to me. It's not how much you're worth to yourself. It's how much are you worth to me, my business, my franchise, whatever it may be, right? It's not, oh, well, I think I deserve $45 million and 2 first-round picks. You might not be. It might not be worth that. The market's telling you that it's not, right? People think that this market for Aaron is super robust. Well, it's not. It's really just the Jets right now, right? The whole, oh, what's your market thing? It's not linear. There's so many factors. I mean, if you were a businessman and you closed deals, regular deals, nothing crazy, but you closed all the moderate, risk deals, right? But you're only there for 70% of the year, mostly the slow season. You kind of take your vacations. You're not really there. You're kind of slacking off, and then you get back to the busy season, and you're like, oh shit, and you're behind. Well, really, and to make it better, whenever you get to like the big sales, like, hey, this is where we need you, right? Big dinner, close the sale. The guy's on the ropes. Can you close the sale? Nope, you said the wrong thing. You lost the client, right? That's the story of Aaron Rodgers. Every single time, 13-3, great season, new coach, running the football a lot better, able to throw and play action, top 5 offensive line. Defense is actually starting to get really, really good. This a couple years ago when Jair Alexander broke onto the scene, right? 2 good pass rushers. This might be your year. You're hosting the playoff games. Jimmy G enters. Loss. Next year, Tom Brady is getting wheelchair to the sidelines because he's like 43 years old. Scotty Miller's catching touchdown passes. Scotty Miller runs track in college. AB is, I don't even know what he's doing.
Stripping on an NFL field.
Probably. Gronk can barely walk at that point. Goes into Lambeau and beats Aaron. Right when it matters most, Aaron's not there. He's not there. All new receiving core, almost all new, outside of like Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb came back. They used to work together. Okay, used to work together. How about we get in some practicing with this system? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to take the offseason off. OTAs, no. Oh, you mean the rookies? No, they'll be fine. Yeah, no, I'm sure they can learn just as much from Jordan Love. He's a great kid. Okay, interesting. The story of Aaron Rodgers over the last decade. No Super Bowl appearances. Only 4 conference championship appearances. No, 4, a decent amount in 10 years, but not for an MVP. Like if Mahomes, in 10 years you look back, he's only goes to 4 more conference championships, and Burrow goes to like 5, are you going to be like, I don't know. Like that, kind of a disappointment, right? So, obviously, he lost in all those conference championships. Let's see to who? Jimmy G, and aging Tom Brady. How about Matt Ryan? Now, I know he was MVP, but it's Matt Ryan. And Russell Wilson. Young Russell Wilson. Second, third year Russell Wilson. He also, in that span, has lost playoff games to, listen here, this is the who's who. Colin Kaepernick twice, once at home. Carson Palmer. And Jimmy Garoppolo when the Niners didn't score an offensive touchdown. The Green Bay Packers quarterback. That's your resume. 10 years. But the MVPs. MVPs don't matter in football all that much. Are they important? Sure. Are they cool? Absolutely. Will I ever win one? Hell no. Is it a great accomplishment? Absolutely. But it's not like the NBA where it's super accolade driven. Kind of big star driven. No, the NFL is, do you win? Do you win when it counts? Tom Brady was never the best player in the league. He was never the most talented. Didn't win the most MVPs. Won the most Super Bowls. Won the most playoff games. Showed up when it mattered most. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. Who wants the ball? Tom Brady. Who doesn't? Aaron Rodgers. So the whole, what does the market say you're worth? That's what you're worth. It's not, but I think I'm a Hall of Famer, so I should just get this. I should just get that. If you're Green Bay right now, you have all the leverage in the world. You got your own quarterback in the division. The Jets are desperate. Make the Jets give up more than they should. Absolutely. That's exactly the play. Get a second, get a first, probably get a starter. Because why not? Why not? So what are the Packers realistically going to do? Are they going to bring him back? What do you do with Jordan Love? You bring him back, you're going to pay him $60 million. You can't fit that onto your books. If you're Green Bay, you don't have $60 million laying around. What do? You deal him right now. Quit dragging your feet. You have all the leverage. The Jets are willing to be desperate for you. They've already offered a first. They're going to haggle over a second, a third here. Go get a third. Go get a starter. Green Bay's in a great spot. But the Jets, are the Jets exponentially better with Aaron Rodgers? I don't think so.
I really don't think so.
In that division, yeah, he's your second best quarterback, but look around the league. Look at the second best quarterback in a lot of divisions.
You hope he is.
You hope he is. But I mean, if Tua is healthy, Tua looked better than him. Tua for the first 6 weeks was an MVP candidate. Aaron played the first 6 weeks. Wasn't even close, to be honest with you. Wasn't even close.
The whole time you were saying that, it was going through my head, right? When you say the market will tell you what you're worth.
Absolutely.
All of the other top teams that are not in the hunt for Aaron Rodgers. Some of the GMs have commented. Have you heard this?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't give up more than a second.
Yeah, they would not give up a first-round pick.
So,
see, realistically,
hate to tell you
now,
that, bud, but you're not worth a first round. Outside of New York, you're really not.
So what would you, like if I'm the Jets, I'd give them like a second this year and maybe like a conditional second next year. If Aaron plays, you get a second next year. 2 seconds, I think that's his market right now.
Around, I'd say maybe 2 seconds and like a third.
Maybe you can get a starter. I don't know. It's interesting. Green Bay's got a lot of leverage. They get the guy in-house, but of course that's another hit for us. Why don't we